G2 Vitality. I actually didn't see this game. They pick Cassio into Rise Lucian. Yeah, it's a good pick. It's a good pick. Viego, Maokai ban. I'm surprised they didn't ban Wukong when they're playing Ashe Varus over Viego, but I guess Yike is a little bit of a one-trick. He goes Udyr. Yeah, Udyr is not a champ, sorry. Against Cassio Vi, that champ doesn't do anything. Ooh, Gwen pick is really good here. I mean, all Udyr can do this game is full clear. I don't think there's anything else he can do. There's no place to be made. Yikes was Yikes this game. Yike was Yikes. I mean, they have winning top matchup in isolation. Mid lane matchup is good for Cassio, but the problem is she can't play with TP because she's against Udyr, Nami. So Ghost, actually, I like it. I like what Vitality bot lane did here, level 1. They just run around here through Tribush, and they just chunk them out like fuck. Yeah, mid is a bit tough on getting the first base. If you can get a first base off and get back to lane and not lose too much, then Cassio is chilling. Wow, really good trades by Vitality bot lane. Ashe support is always so broken. I mean, you could play it even more aggro here. Like, what I would like to see from Kaiser is he should do what Keria does here. So, like, in situations like this, I'll go forwards in a sec. What Keria does is, as Keria would run right here and just carry on hitting, and he would just use barrier. And he would just hit. He wouldn't be running away. He would just hit, and his barrier would have saved him like 10 to 20% of his HP. Also, he has Doran's ring on Lucian. Interesting. Maybe he knows he's getting pushed in. They could also burn heal, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, barrier is really low cooldown. Vitality bot lane is doing really, really well. Yike is scared to gank because if it's a counter gank, then game is over bot. Bo is full cleared. Yike's going top crab. Nice ward from Bo. I mean, bot lane is just smurfing really hard right now. There's not much else to say. Also, Perks is doing pretty well. Caps has not got much mana left. He had to go corrupting pot, it looks like. Yike reward double camp spawn. I mean, Vitality, yeah, the same thing from both junglers. Was really good. Vitality bot side vision is really insane. I think Photon can play in isolation. He can just ghost the Udyr gank. Looks like Bo will give him some cover, but they have Ashe E to find jungle most of the time. Yeah, Photon gets top flash. Photon playing his lane really well. Goes for flash. They need to start poking out bot again. So Perks got his base off and didn't lose anything, and Caps TP'd back. That's really important. Cassio being able to crash a wave and TP back is everything. Yeah, it goes for Grom pre-spawn, but he's scared of bot coming, so he doesn't get it. So that's a bit of a wasted time. When Vi finishes Wolves, she'll be even. You can take Gromp here. He can't do Drake. This is really awkward. I don't think he can do Drake. Oh, well, it's even worse than I thought. His bot lane will get ganked and he can't do Drake. This is something very common for junglers to do. Let's say enemy jungler, you have a ward here and he's on crab right here, okay? And you're here, okay? Sometimes what a lot of junglers do in pro play especially is because your side thinks you're safe because they're on crab or Drake, then what you do is you run top and gank them. Same principle here. Now, Bo didn't know he was on Drake, but the false confidence you get when your jungler is on Drake or crab is incredible. Like, you think that you're way safer than you are. And so ganking that lane rather than contesting the objective can be good. Now, Bo didn't even know he was on Drake here, but he found a really good gank angle. Bot lane 10 CS up, mid lane 10 CS up, top lane got flash. Like, Vitality's lanes are just winning. They're waiting for a Rise hold top. Yeah, they ran from base together, or no, they ran from blue together. Wait, why did Yike take blue? He just smited it in his face. They get spotted out. Oof. Ooh, so close. That's really unlucky for Hens. Okay, big kill by Photon and Bo. Just easy gank. This guy has nothing. Bo can just run at him from lane. And let's press R. Nice unstoppable. Has the ult back, but yeah, I can't 1v1. 1v2. 1v2. I can't speak. EU is pretty competitive this season. Yeah, I can't tell if it's like competitive in the sense that everyone is really good or if everyone's really bad. Because as much as SK and BDS are playing really well, I don't want to... Maybe I'm a hater. I don't want to say that they're like insane yet. I still need to see more. It's only like... I don't want to say... I mean, you can overreact into 3 best of 1s and say, damn, they're actually really insane. But when we get to best of 3s, I think we'll start to see the real strength of teams. But it's just a case of who gets to those best of 3s. Because right now, I don't know if XL or Fnatic will make it. They can look for fight here. Yeah, they're much stronger. How did they get to... They're handing off blue, that's why. That's why they're late to this. Oh, that Rise ult from Caps was really good. Really good Rise ult from Caps. Oh, I don't know if Perks needs to ult straight away there. He could just W on top of him. Could just WQ. But I can see why. Maybe he catches him with the stun, he's dead. Caps runs out with Phase Rush. Bit chunked though. Might have the TP back soon. So Bo's running straight to Herald, and he's calling Kaiser across, but they have no bot push, so bot lane's considering moving up, but they're too late because they have vision. Yike's also going to clear from top to bot. Perk's actually going to roam behind them or what? Ah, it's a turbo good roam. Don't know what he gets here, but we'll see. He gets a fish. Fish, fish, fish. Oh, kind of nice to give it to Perks there. Okay, that's really good. So there's two things. So that's actually good that Varus gets the kill then. Because Neon needs the base, play Zoom, and he wants to buy his Mythic, his Yomus. So they recall together, and Perks takes over bot. Bo then knowingly will take over mid next to Yike. So both junglers farm a mid wave. Perk catches bot wave, top is even, and then Neon can run back mid on this next wave and catch this one. So this whole play, they lost no minions. He should stay for one wave, wait for Perks to push bot, base, then run mid, and then he can go bot. And then you lose no creeps. And if he doesn't want to base, then you can swap. You can even stay as long as you need. Oh, big play on Mickey. Yeah, really good. They keep lanes pushed, so they can actually move into jungle. Bo just full sends it onto Mickey, wow. I mean, Mickey no flash, but... I do think Perks needs a base soon though. He has Roa in base, I think. So Neon can maybe just push this wave and go bot, and they can swap back. I don't know what the lane assignments they want. And it's 30 minutes in, so it's a bit tough to choose. Perks will go back bot. It's not the end of the world. Just I think, I guess the beauty of it is they have Ashe, Varus into Ryze with no cleanse, no mercs, so they have more kill pressure in mid. But they missed, so it doesn't matter. Oh, they got the Herald before it crashed. So much bot side vision from G2. 2k gold lead. Is the game already over? No, it's not over. Because they have double AP solo laners and Ryze can beat both of them if he gets really ahead. Like, against Cassio, it's really hard, the 1v1, but if you can play... Like, Ryze can kinda outplay it. Like, if he dodges Cassio ult and phase rushes out of one of her Qs and just keeps, like, hitting her spells, then he can still win. It's just in teamfights, Cassio is really good against Ryze. Because it takes him a lot of time to actually build up his chance of actually winning the 1v1. They start Drake. Cap's a bit zoned. They have to give it... Oh, they found Caps, though. Wow, that Ryze is so tanky, man. What the fuck? Cap's going to bot wave and Perks was in the bush. Photon gets top tier 1. Yeah, Vitality are playing on lanes more than playing for these Drakes. They can't really find a way into the Drake pit because the issue they have is like G2 single target CC is really, really strong. And I feel like Vitality's never grouped as 4 contesting these Drakes. They're always split. Like 2 from one side, 2 from the other. But if they land like an Udyr stun into a Ryze root, into a Nami bubble, into a Nami ult with Lucian hitting, like you're just dead. And Vitality have a really good follow-up as well, really good setup. But they don't have as much burst. They need to get on the carries, to be honest. Okay, G2 want to force this Herald fight. Looks like not a great position if they just turn onto Lucian here. Okay, they got it. They went onto... Yike dies. Caps will die too, maybe. Yeah. And Hans had to use Cleanse. Oh, BB solo kills Photon, nice. If you're playing Lucian, especially, and you get hit by Violed into Cassio W, then, yeah, you can't move. I mean, what happened in that fight was something kind of similar. Yeah, BB's greeting for bot tier 1 here. He'll probably die. Yeah, he's dead. I mean, it's fine. He greeted for bot tier 1 and bought some time. So obviously what G2 will now do is, like, try to push in mid and move top so they can try to take this, because they have no TPs. So they can actually trade for something. But Lucian needs the base, it looks like, which is not good. I also want to see that Herald fight again real quick. So Perks ult flashes to Lucian. Or flash ults to Lucian. He gets his cleanse, and he W's him as well. So he's out to fight this Lucian, he's chunked. And they can single out. Yeah. Hard for carries to play. G2, like, I will say, to their credit, despite losing basically every fight, they're still able to control River pretty well. Because they're always first to the objective. But yeah, I mean, Vitality in a raw fight is just stronger. They just have more damage, more setup, more frontline, like... You might be like, well, Caedrel, how do they have more frontline if they have Xante Udyr? Well, Gwen actually can do frontline pretty well because frontline doesn't have to be health bar. Frontline is all about time. Zhonya's GA, Gwen W, Xin Zhao R, any spells like this, Zillion ult, like that is time. And time is what's frontline really, because you can never step past the frontline because then you get sandwiched. Perk's position here was really good. Fighting top. Photon Dedge. Okay, Nash buff, they're playing 4-1. They're actually playing... No, they're playing 3-1 with their 80 carry pushing bot. This is really weird by Vitality, but I hope they rotate into it. The only worry I'd have it with like Varus bots if he gets like Ryze ulted on. That's why I would want Cassio to be the one pushing bot. Just feels a bit safer. Nice dodge by Mickey, but... Ooh, Vitality, be careful. Okay, they pushed him back at least. Okay, well, with their Nash, they got mid-tier 1. That's it. That's it. They had no setup. And G2's comp doesn't have that much wave clear either. So that's really rough. Man. Yo, Maxi, thanks for the 3 months. So now they're going top side. They have 30 seconds left of Nash buff. Yeah, they can't find a pick on this Udyr, man. He has Tenacity in his runes. And Swifties, 8 seconds left. Yeah, their Nash is off. Oh, they can move mid on this one wave, but Photon doesn't have Baron. Neither does Bow. Okay, they got a mid tier 2 because they forced G2 to respond top. That was good. No wave clear with the Ryze Lucian. Yeah, when they have Nash, Ryze Lucian wave clear is pretty weak, I think. It's not like Azir Sivir. Like meta super wave clears. Like Sivir, like even if you have Nash, if Sivir can step up for a few seconds, or Azir, then they can still clear out the wave. Even Victor maybe. And for them to step up, it's kind of risky. Okay, there's a random fight in top jungle. I will say like G2 is really far behind. And it seems like when G2 get a really good early game lead, they run away with the game and the game's over. When they don't get an early game lead, they do look a little bit lost, but their control of the map, despite being behind, is not bad. Like normally what happens, the way the game works is when you're ahead, you can play on 2 lanes, right? So what that means is if your bot lane's ahead, they'll get mid push, and then they can move to side, and your top lane will get push. And you'll have 2 lanes pushing in, and you can control one side of the map. Whereas what will happen is the other team will have bot push, right? So you'll see this right now. This is how the game works when you're ahead. They get one side of push, and what you do is you keep pushing in 2 waves, keep forcing Nash, keep basing and catching bot, pushing out, rinse and repeat. This is what the game looks like when you're ahead. But G2 actually for the last 5 minutes have been able to get 2 lanes of push of their own. Now Vitality made a mistake here. They needed to base and catch bot like 2 minutes ago. So they lose a bot tier 2. It was a huge mistake. You see how it's hard for Ryze to ever push top? It's because they will have mid push. So this and this is back now. He's pushed out bot, so now they have the 2 pushing lanes again and they can go force Nash. This is basically how being ahead works. They one-shot Baron. Like, they one-shotted Gwen, Cassio, and G2 are split trying to contest. So Vitality just turned on them.
Pog, let's go, man.
Nami's dead too. Caps is trying to get he's trying to get a Baron buff off. He just wants to, like, he wants to go 1 for 1. He doesn't care. Ah, they can't get anyone. Oh, they got Kaiser. Cap just wants to die for Cassio. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, BB just ulted the Gwen on top of the Lucian. Not great. Also, G2 are coming from 2 different angles. And the problem with coming from 2 different angles is if you turn in one direction as Vitality, then... So, like, if they 4-man go bot, then the other 2 are just fucked because they have to...
Draft.
So now the Siege comes in. They're going to have Gwen catching top waves because she has TP. No, she's going to go mid wave. This is really good by Photon. If he ran top there and he left mid wave to be even, and he was sitting here, then this bot push would die after 1 wave because there's no threat of a rotation. There's no threat of the tower like falling to Gwen. So they have to cover. It's good that Gwen needs to hit the lane that's closest to his team. So engage bot. Kaiser just died. Perks is dead. Neon's dead. Wow, they just threw it all away really randomly. They just get Nami ulted. And Perks has no sums. And he has no stopwatch. Oh, he does have stopwatch. But he's just sitting there in stopwatch. Fucked. Yeah, and Bo goes onto Hans, but Hans dashes forwards past him because he knows their carries are dead. And Gwen couldn't really join the fight either. Overreaching a bit with Nash. Good play by Mickey X though. The game calms down a bit now. When you're around 30 minutes in the game and like Nash and Drake are like 2 or 3 minutes away, everyone's just AFK farming for a bit, and you see it here, like they're just not gonna do anything. Caps is trying to shadow BB to look for a pick onto Photon, but he just gets them killed, I guess. I mean, it's not a bad play by Caps because he knows that Cassio just pushed top wave. So he thinks that what he'll do is shadow the Cassante. But Vitality read the play or saw him in river. So this play is a dead play. And yeah, the collapse was really good. They get 2 kills. But then G2, this is the problem with them having push on a lane. Like, they can look for a tier 2 here. Good TP to stop them. Force them out. Now they force Nash. It's good. Yeah, Vitality are juggling objectives pretty well. I mean, G2 are trying to put pressure anywhere they can. And they're responding pretty well. Like when their bot lane's dying there, last 30 seconds ago, they tried to push mid. They have to try something. That burst from Lucian was insane. Mickey X dies. Yeah, it's over here, isn't it? Game's over. Oh, it's not over. Yeah, it's not GG. A surprise Vitality stay with Nash. They got Nash and they stayed. Actually, it makes sense. Drake's up in 2 minutes 30. And they have a top wave. This burst from Lucian. W, auto. Mickey X gets grounded. He dies to poison. Yike can't really go in. Caps just gets one shot. He just hex gates in and just dies. He has no flash. Wait, the game's ending? Oh, they do end off this, or what? Oh, maybe they can end off this then, looks like. They get a mid wave in. Yeah. Oh, they can't clear the wave. Vitality just hit towers. They're all so low, though. Nice risk. Well, Bo's happy with that one. And then Perk said an interview afterwards, he thinks that Bo and him can be the best mid jungler in the world. I also think Photon has been playing really well. Like, not underrated levels of well, but because I think he is getting praise for it and recognition. I mean, I think the top jungle of Vitality is insane. They're really good.